Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie. This reading could resonate if you're Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I say could, because it definitely won't resonate for everyone. Only take it if it does. And remember, there's no gender. If I pull a queen, I could be talking about anybody. You'll know who I'm talking about when I explain the personality. All the information to book a private personal is in the description below and in the pin section of the comments. Say what Leo, please. So the overall energy is the Six of Cups. The Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, Aries energy, at the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Cups. Interesting. The Queen of Cups behind that. I feel like you're like just reflecting on the past. And I think there's some things that you were really avoiding back then. Like there's some pain that you were trying to avoid, and by doing that, it's almost like you were deceiving yourself. It's like, I think when you look back, you kind of were paying attention to like where you literally had to lie to yourself to try to avoid some type of painful truth. I feel like now things have been over for a while, or you've decided, it's like you've accepted already this past betrayal, but I feel like there was still some confusion around it, and now that you're revisiting it, it's like, things are not that much clearer. They may be a little more painful, but there are some things that you were purposely not paying attention to with a specific person in the past. King and the Queen of Cups. So for a lot of you, it's like a marriage, a long-term relationship, where I think you ended up like, I'm getting kind of like legally binded to someone, or like, just in a situation where you were consistently hurt, and it was around like being led by emotions. And I feel like that's not where you are anymore. You're in this Emperor energy here. So when it comes to relationships, I feel like you're a little more guarded. You're not so quick to, show your hands at people. You feel like you want to meet someone who's willing to like move nice and slow, because you don't want to get confused again. The Seven of Cups, I feel like have accepted that there are some parts of you that are actually kind of like delusional when it comes to love. That, you've been like pulled into deceptive, manipulative things, based off an emotional response. I feel like, you were like deeply in love with someone in the past. And just based off of that, I feel like you gave more than you ever got. And you paid the price and learned that lesson. So, but still reflecting on it further, it's like maybe, longer that you're not around this person or in their like energy, the more conscious you are of some things that you sort of allowed, that are not negotiable anymore. So I feel like this is a good reflecting energy. You know, it's not like you're deeply hurt. I feel like this is where you're seeing things super clear. What do they need to know about look out for, be aware of? The Five of Swords. That's way too many. The Two of Pentacles. The Page of Cups. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of. I feel like, you know, it's important that you're reflecting on this right now, because it's about to be like, you know, you seeing this clearly about a person makes it easier to pick it out, because there's like some type of conflict that's coming up here. The Five of Swords, I don't know if this is just like a disagreement, an argument. Some of you could be going through something legal, like a legal separation or something, excuse me, with someone, but again, I feel like the choices that you keep making are based off of love, and you're gonna see like that this other person just like, I don't know, this other person just isn't who you thought they were, you know. And I feel like you just get more and more confused by a person as you go. But I don't know. You need to stop. I feel like there's a behavior that you have here to avoid conflict. You just like have always like sacrificed yourself. You know, you were the one to bend, compromise. And you're even willing to do this in the middle of like actual conflict with a person where they're actually trying to hurt you. I feel like as they're doing this though, it's like you're paying attention to like in the past when you were confused and how they have been doing this all along. So it's kind of something is going to be expected of you to do again, because this person expects you to always like sacrifice your time, your energy, you know, and they're like pushy, I feel like, you know. It's a thing you do though where you're like inconsistent with yourself. Like maybe you tell yourself like, oh, they always get me to do this, you know. This would be like, you know, I'm going through a divorce or something, and you know, my, let's say, I'll just say partner, okay, they get the kids every other weekend, and you know, that's the only time that I have time to do my side business, let's say, you know. And all of a sudden they just can't take the kid on the like every other weekend, you know, that they're supposed to have them, you know. And it's like, I say I'm not doing that shit anymore, but then every time they do it, I bend or I break. Well, I also really don't like have a choice, you know. And I feel like you just constantly like give in. It's like you're still kind of like a pushover. This is like a pattern that you have. This person can just kind of like, I don't know, you tend to bend and break, and I feel like it's against what you keep saying you're going to do though. So you need to be prepared for someone being inconsistent or kind of like running around playing games here. You have the Nine of Cups and the advice. Magician. The Seven of Wands and the Queen of Swords. I said the spirits that stand on that shit you be talking. I feel like, yeah, it's like someone I feel like knows like what you're supposed to be doing in your downtime, and that's why they're not letting you get any downtime. You know what I mean? It's someone like manipulating and controlling without actually even being around you. You know, it's like, oh, I know what you're gonna. Even if it was like you're really just trying to start a business or something, or just like go hang out with friends, if they feel like, you know, you would be like meeting up with somebody or something, like they will just, you know, make sure that you're not available that weekend, but they are. You keep claiming you're going to have boundaries with this person, so let's see it. For some of you, it is about that. For some of you, there is somebody that you've been talking to that you want to meet up with, that you got a thing for. And this person knows it, and so you're not, you're just not going to be available. You know, do with that what you will. For some of you, that's a stroke of the ego, but for some of you, that's, I wouldn't, no, I'm going out. I'm doing my thing. I'll see you guys soon.